Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got Qasim with me. Say hi.
Hello.
And he's back for some top-up lessons. He had a bit of a break for uni leave, and he's back and he's got a test coming up soon. So we're basically going through a bit of everything. We'll be doing some independent driving on the TomTom, and we'll be covering all the maneuvers and generally anything that you found that you need. Yeah. We've got also a new mini roundabout that I wanted to show you today, and it's along here on one of the test routes. We're gonna go look at that. We're gonna do a couple of turns on that, and then we'll see how it goes from there.
No
How are you
worries.
feeling? You okay?
I feel good, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna get back into it. So if you fasten your seatbelt, and we're gonna drive off. So we've got a bit of time to recap back on everything, yeah. And I'll look at if you're missing any things out or anything, because it's been a while since you had lessons, yeah. Okay. So a bit of a hill start, good, blind spot check there, good, excellent. Also a bit of a bend as well, a bit awkward. So how was your uni, okay?
It was good, yeah.
Yeah?
Very good, thank you.
So you're a bit back now, a bit stress-free?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Right, so this is the new mini roundabout that I wanted to show you. Now basically they put this here because this was a problem junction. And believe it or not, it's a lot better now. If you just put that window up for me a little bit, please. A bit more. That's it. Right, so we'll go with the easy turn first. We're going to take the exit left, so we're turning first left. And remember, it used to be blind to the right, so it is a blind junction. Most likely you're going to stop there anyway. And we're just creeping up to it slowly. So this is the new mini roundabout, giving way to the right. And you can see how that is. If any of them turn left, it's not bad to go, but you've got to watch the vehicle behind. Also, if they stop, that could mean that this driver here is turning right. Can you see?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. So that is the first left turn. Okay, if you slow down, and we're going to take the first left here. Nice and easy. Brake a little bit. Go, take your time. We're going to come back to it, and we might look at 1-2 more turns. Just want to check that you see it, because people are finding it a bit odd, that one.
Okay.
So we're going to go back up to it. We did a left turn. We're going to also look at a right turn.
Okay.
And then what do you think of that roundabout?
It was alright, not too bad, the first one.
It was, to be honest with you, it's been there 3 days, and now what I've seen is that the traffic flow is better. It's moving. Everybody's getting a chance to get in and out. Now you got a meeting situation here going on. So you remember these situations?
Yep.
We're going to hold these, actually letting you go, okay, that's good. So these are sort of places you need to hold back, you know, especially if they're committed, yeah. If you take, we won't take that one because that's a terrible road, that one.
Okay.
Just below the van, you can take the left there, and all that also is not a brilliant road, okay.
What is a brilliant road in Bradford?
Yeah, there isn't many here. The immediate where the test centre is, you know, there's a lot of problems with the roads here. We're taking a left, good mirror signal there. Basically, it's all congested with lots of cars in it everywhere. You can see this one is also a very tight road. Okay, but they do use these in test roads coming from the test centre. So just take your time. How's the training going? You've had any more?
No, I just the one in January, but training's going well.
Yeah. Okay. No next fight yet then, no?
Nothing yet.
In case you guys don't know, Qasim's one of the hardest guys in Bradford. And what is he? Not karate?
MMA.
MMA he does, so you don't be messing with him. Okay. Right, so this you probably know. Remember the TomTom here says turn left, but she means bare left really. She gets it wrong there. End of the road, we're going to turn left.
Okay.
And remember that is also a blind junction to the right. So it's a bit of a creep and peep thing going on. Wherever there's extra cars parked on the corners, you could be doing a creep and peep and taking your time. No rush. It's very difficult to see here. So if you do it in stages, creep a little bit at a time. And remember, it's a bit of a hill start again. Bit less than that. When you hear that pull on it like this, that means you're on the brake too long with the bike. Just a bit less, and that will secure it, and then you can be transitioning onto the gas at the same time. Smooth gear change there, that was excellent. Okay, so now it's a bit more challenging turn. Okay, we're going to go up to the mini roundabout, and we're going to turn right and go to the second exit There's only 2 exits.
Yep.
Either you go left or right, yeah? So we're going to be turning right now. Before they put the roundabout down, turning right out of there was very, very difficult. Now the good thing is, if they go left, you do get a bit of a respite, you get a bit of a chance. However, the driver behind could be quick.
Okay.
This is what you're going to look at. Also, if somebody turns right, it blocks them. When the car's turn and is on this side, that also gives you a chance to go.
Okay.
But we don't need to rush it, because a lot of drivers are rushing this and they're stalling the car.
Okay.
So just take your time. And again, it's going to be creep and peep here as much as you can, because it's blind to the right. Okay, there's a chance. If you can control the clutch, that would have been ample chance, but it's not enough time. So again, you don't have to rush it, because it is a hill start. Okay, stop there for a minute. Don't keep it too much on clutch control there, because you'll edge into the roundabout like that. You'll get a good chance there. I mean, there will be gaps coming up. Yeah, and it's fine. No, you just keep looking. And if they stop for any reason, then look to your left to see what's going on. And you see how they have to wait now and let you go. And you see this is what the benefit of it is there. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're the 2 main turns on that roundabout. The other turn going from here, first left, is an easy one.
Yeah.
And also where they've come from, where the Audi came and turned right, that's not too bad as well.
Okay.
Them 2 are a bit easier. These 2 are a little bit more, especially that right turn that I give you there. That is the most difficult turn on it. The other 3 are not that bad. So hopefully we'll be getting you going on there, because it's on the doorstep of the test centre. And we'll look at it and we'll get you used to it.
No worries.
But general rule, mini roundabout, same rules apply.
Right.
Okay, here I want you to bear to the right, and we're following signs towards Bingley.
Okay.
And remember, if they're not using the tom-tom, then they're using the independent signs. Steady a little bit in case that changes. If you decide too early on green lights, what might happen?
Oh, sorry?
If you decide too early to go through that,
my turn.
too far back, you're going to cross it in red. So a little 10 yards away, come in a steady motion, not too fast, not too slow.
No worries.
Then when you're less than 5 yards, you can make that decision, because it'd be too difficult for you to stop, and you'd probably stop beyond the stop line anyway. Okay, but not too early. Don't decide too early. Well, it's long road, because your test is in the morning. A lot of the test routes are this way.
Okay.
Although the 907, they tend to go on the lower routes that I was showing you. We'll look at them as well
No
today.
worries.
Okay. We'll just do a little bit more. So what do you think of that roundabout?
It's alright, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's easier than I thought it'd be.
And you see how you get away from the left? Normally you would not be able to go.
No, yeah. Normally it's everyone pushing through.
Yeah. Normally that was the T-junction. Yeah, well actually it was a crossroad. They blocked the road ahead, and they made it, roundabout.
Yeah.
So you got the warning triangles coming up. Again, speed limits are not the target, so you're going with what you see in the road, yeah? Okay, well, we're going to look at turning right at the next lights, following signs for Shipley.
Okay.
And remember, that one is the steep drop hill down. This is quite a popular route. And slow, approach a bit slower, a bit more. And remember, don't be afraid to add pressure to that brake earlier and then release at the end. And that's a good smooth brake there now. So even if the car does get quick a little bit when you're changing down the gears, you could be adding that brake on a bit more and then resting it off.
Okay.
And it's going to come back to you. You already got good stuff going on there. A couple of hours back and stuff. Try and bring the wheel back rather than letting it spin too much. They prefer you to bring it back. Sometimes with certain cars the wheels don't come back.
No worries.
Good. And try and do the middle mirror checks. You okay with all the mirror stuff and everything? I've got to recap you on them. So you got to change the speed mirror. When you're building the speed up, glance into it. When you're slowing down, glance into it. A little bit towards me there, not too out. Change of direction, you incorporate the door mirror with that one to the right, and vice versa for the left. So generally the direction you're going to. Now look at the signs. You remember this road?
Yeah. It's gonna be a 20 very soon.
Yeah. So basically you got a steep drop down. It's about, I think they have that warning triangle. This one's a 14% drop.
Okay.
So it's quite steep downhill. Okay, so you need to brake And then remember, select a lower gear will help you better here. But slow
Okay.
it down with the brake first quite a bit. You got the 30, then you got the advisory 20. So if you drop down to a gear 2, keep the brakes on, slowly add the clutch. And you get a smoother change there. And now you got engine braking in.
Yeah.
See? So you've also got braking and you got engine braking. Solid white line means
Can't overtake.
can't overtake. Excellent, good lad. You remember all your stuff is pretty good. You can see quite a dangerous road, this one.
Yeah.
A lot of people always lose control. I mean, as you can see that wall there, people are always crashing into this poor man's wall. Yeah, he's always fixing it every 6 months. It's true, it's so many times. And it's one of them dry walls, you know, where they don't use the cement. It's just a drywall build, you know, and there's always somebody crashing into it. And then you see max speed 20 again there on this bend, and you got max speed 20. And although it's saying 20 everywhere, do you know what the speed limit for the road actually is?
Is it 30 road?
Yeah, it's just advisory.
Yeah.
The speed limits for the bends, you see. This particular one is telling you about somebody pulling out on the bend there, wouldn't be able to see you, which is just along here. And then after that it's a 30, but again, it's not a brilliant road.
Yeah, no.
So you don't have to
I
max
think
it out.
sticking to 20 would be ideal.
Yeah, no, you don't have to stick to 20. You can make progress if
Okay.
it's safe to do so. What they look at is progress, and you're looking at the situation. So you're not it's not targeting. You have to get to 30, you know. Because on this road you got speed ramps also, speed humps, you know. So keep going. You would have made a little bit more progress there, and then slow down again for this zebra. You see that one's on the ramp. So this is what it is. They don't want you to stick to it,
Okay.
because then you are actually making it into a 20-mile-hour road
Right, okay.
when it's not. So if it's safe, you make a bit of progress. Then if you come into junction, lights, etc., hazards, you'll be slowing down.
Okay.
We're following signs for Skimpton
No
now.
worries.
And you can see there they've got less room on that side, so we could be doing what? Staying more to the
left.
Yeah. Okay, we're turning left at the end. Excellent mirrors. So you got the mirror signal routine good. Positioning. And remember, the MSPSL routine is the key to passing your test. That is used at every junction. Mirror, signal, position, speed equals gear change, and then you're looking. So you're not, don't be looking before you get the gear at the end of the road. For example, it's quite a common fault people make, and then they pull out in the wrong gear. Blind spots, etc. General driving positions are left lanes most of the time. Sticking to the speed limits where possible, making progress. You got your creep and peep on the awkward junctions, and then you got your keep clear side roads, pedestrian cross leaving space. So we're going to go through all of these things and recap. We've done them before.
Yeah.
We're going to recap you back onto it
No worries.
again. Yeah. So did you do any driving when you were away or anything?
No, nothing at all.
Alright, so you're doing okay. It's not bad. It's been a gap. It's always a little bit.
Yeah.
It gets you a bit rusty, doesn't it? We'll go along there. We'll do a little bit over there. And we'll go through all your manoeuvres again.
No worries.
Your emergency stop, etc. And get you ready for this test that you got coming up soon.
No
In a couple of weeks' time. See, these lights, this used to be a roundabout as well.
Oh, okay.
They changed it into traffic, and these lights do take quite a bit of time. And they only let 3 cars out. There you go. That's it. But they have changed a lot. They try to sort the traffic problems out. And then remember, all lights have extra lanes at these bigger junctions, but then what happens to them at the end?
They all merge into one.
They all emerge into one. And that's where you really need to be doing your change of direction check, depending on where if you're moving to the right from the left, you'll be checking your right. That's excellent stopping distance behind that AMG there. That'll be your car when you pass there, something like that.
Hopefully, yeah.
Bit of a speedy car, that, isn't it? Powerful car there, but the spoiler on to keep it downwinded.
See if it doesn't fly off.
Yeah, doesn't fly off with power. So there you go, you got pedestrian crossing, and then your lane's about to merge. And if you look in your mirror there, you see him. So you either go or you let him go, and then signal up and move on. And cut into us a bit close there, he's a bit eager, that one. Bit of a bad planning from that driver. So you could ease off, pull back a bit, allow them to go through.
Okay.
So you don't collide with them. You gotta watch out for some of these little Yaris drivers, a bit, you know, eager. So he's starting the cycle.
Driving bike lane, yep.
Yeah. So they do all sorts of things. Now you see what's changing in the road there.
Speed limit.
Okay, what is it?
30 to 40.
40, okay. So again, we're making progress if it's safe. So very much pothole that one. The roads are a little bit damaged in places. We're going to go along here, we're going to do a little bit of the dual carriageway.
Okay.
And we'll probably end up in the, go for a forward left lane.
No worries.
Take it from there. So again, you got a warning triangle coming up. We're going to be going, following signs for Keithley and Bingley,
Okay.
which is, we're going towards the bypass. If he asks you to follow signs, then that's how they would say.
Okay.
If they give you the direction, they would say turn right and take the second exit. And if it was on the tom-tom, it would be saying roundabout, take the second exit, or turn right and take the second exit, depending on the wording on the top. So if you go easy, do you remember this?
Yeah.
See how it goes. Just take your time. Take your time with it. Slow the vehicle, good ground, decent brake. Good. Okay. And okay, keep going. Maintain your lane. Now you've forgotten the key thing there, but if you can put your signal on to the right.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, don't worry, it's fine. When you leave, you can give the left. So this is what happens when they give you independent driving. The person may forget to give the signal, but we are turning right, and that would be a crucial fault in the test there.
Right, okay.
Okay, so I want you to really take that on mind.
Okay.
Keep in mind of that, point of that. If you're turning right, second exit, going over to the, think of a roundabout as a clock. You're approaching at 6 o'clock, and we left at roughly 2 o'clock there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the point of turn was to be on 12. So we used the right hand lanes.
Okay.
We used the first one, which was that multi-lane in the middle. And then we turned right, and so the signal is essential there. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to ask you to perform a task, what they do when you're driving. So I'd like you to watch the front screen when you feel you can go on time. And that would be great, thank you very much. That's fine. So stuff like this, remember we used to talk about it before. It could be a rear demister, washing the screen, etc. And in good times you have good control of the car. We're going to leave at the next exit, please. Towards Bingley. And then we're easing off, you can see the signs coming up. We're going to be continuing ahead
Okay.
towards Bingley again. Good lad, it's good to get out the higher gear earlier. And again, you could be dropping gears on anticipation, the lights might change. And we're approaching in standby mode here. And if they don't, we're just stopping. And that saves you also from getting the one too early, you know. Because the one in this case would be a stopping gear. And you see some learners go for it straight away, and then they drive on, the light changes, you get the jolt jerk. So this is why coming in that way, you got engine braking going on, provided you've seen the lights were on red for a long time. If you're coming and it changes in front of you, you know you can just come and stop even in the 3,
Okay.
because you know you're going to be there for 1 minute. But when you're approaching something like a light that's already red, you don't know how long it's been on red, so you could approach in that standby, anticipating that it may change, and you could be changing down to the lower gears and approaching it in that way, and then you set off again, you know.
Yeah.
Saves you time. A good driver doesn't really stop much because they're always looking at that bigger picture and planning. And it's same with green lights. If it's green, you don't know if it's going to change, you come a little bit steady like we talked earlier. Okay, we're going to be going to that car park, the one just opposite the Home Bargains.
Okay.
So that's going to be the second right. The key is to keep the car speed slow. It's a bit awkward turn there.
No worries.
So please take the next right and then take the immediate car park on the right. If you slow it right down as much as you can, and first gear is good, Very good. And turn, and then you're kind of taking the first right. As you turn right into the car park, I'd like you to follow it around to the left, please. That's it. So you follow it around to the left and go around the car park to the left, that's it. Remember, no gas is needed there at all. It just rolls in. So, Kasim, do you remember the left forward bay exercise? We're going to go a little bit further so we're not in his path. If you stay high up from the bays on the left, I'd like you to pause the car there. Okay, and then I'd like you to pick any bay you want. Remember how we said we were going to do it with the line? So any bay you want, you can indicate, it's good to signal, lets people know what you're doing. It's okay, take your time, It's in this one. If you go a bit wide, and a little bit forward, a little bit more, that will do. That's it, stop there, and neutral it. Okay, that is just about in. I think your foot slipped there or something. Off the clutch, yes.
Yeah,
you jumped a little bit, but if remember, we were saying half. That's a reference point.
Yeah.
And then you're getting it in. Also here, you know, you have that option of reversing back, and then you can go back forward. But the key thing would be when you're reversing, what would it be?
To look at
the observation.
Yeah.
This is the key. Okay, this is one of the main points they fail people on. They're not so bad if you're on the line, you can repair the bay. That is close on my side, but it is in the box.
Okay.
And it's an awkward car park, this one, and they do come to it. Okay. That's all for this video, folks. Stay tuned to see how Kasim gets on. Hopefully he'll be passing shortly. Soon. He is driving much better. He's at a gap, so we're catching up. If you like that video, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment in the box below. Hope see you on the next one soon.